How does phonetics explain speech sound production? Imagine trying to tell someone a secret without speaking aloud. Your body still works behind the scenes to produce sounds, even if no words come out. That's where phonetics steps in. It studies how our speech organs work together to turn air into sounds we recognize as words. Speech starts in the brain, where thoughts are turned into a plan of sounds. This plan is sent as signals to our speech organs. The process begins with air being pushed from the lungs through the windpipe or trachea. This airflow travels into the vocal tract, which includes the voice box, mouth, and nose. The first step is initiation. The lungs push air out, creating an airstream. Most languages, including English, use a pulmonic aggressive airstream, meaning air is pushed out from the lungs during speech. Next, phonetics looks at phonation, which is how the voice box or larynx controls whether sounds are voiced or voiceless. When the vocal folds vibrate as air passes through, the sound is voiced like the Z in zebra. When they do not vibrate, the sound is voiceless like the S in C. Then comes the oronasal process. Air can go through the mouth or the nose depending on the sound. For example, nasal sounds like M and N allow air through the nose, while other sounds keep the air in the mouth. The last step is articulation, where the shape and movement of the tongue, lips, teeth, and other parts of the mouth modify airflow. These movements create different sounds by constricting or touching specific parts of the vocal tract. For example, P and B are made with both lips, called bilabial sounds. T and D are alveolar sounds made with the tongue near the ridge behind the teeth. K and G are velar sounds made with the back of the tongue against the soft palate. Phonetics also classifies sounds by how they are made, called manner of articulation, and where they are made, called place of articulation. Voicing, which indicates if the vocal folds vibrate or not, is another key feature. In simple terms, phonetics explains speech sound production by showing how the lungs provide airflow, how the voice box controls voicing, and how the mouth parts shape that airflow into the sounds we hear. It connects the physical parts of our body to the sounds we use every day. The word phonetics comes from the Greek word phonetikos, meaning vocal or related to sound. For example, you could say, phonetics helps us understand how the sounds of the word, phonetics itself, are made by our speech organs. This helps us see how science and language are linked through the way we produce sounds.